record.
Even though
Error.
There's a lot of technical difficulties in this bitch.
I'll just have to go ahead and download it from Twitch later. It's fine. All right, let's go put some music on because we got a few minutes. Go use the bathroom if you need to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got cold all of a sudden. I'm glad there's
blankets.
I don't want a blanket. It would cover my shirt. My shirt is my entire personality.
She's like,
Yeah, I like your shirt.
Thank you. I asked if I was allowed to wear it, but I would have worn it anyways. We got some tunes. I didn't pick this song. I won't claim it. Okay, it's not that bad.
I hear no music.
You don't get to hear the music?
No.
You're just pretending?
We're not special enough, yeah. I'm just pretending. Gotta fake it till you make it.
Well,
Gotta fit in somehow.
You were definitely jiving to like some kind of beat. It kind of looked like you could hear it.
I constantly have music playing in my head.
Well, then it's fine. It could be the same song for all we know.
Yeah.
Meara, what are you typing?
Oh wait, we're live. I think we're live on the podcast right now. Are we supposed to be?
Are
we supposed
That's
to?
kind
Oh
of
my
the whole
God.
gimmick.
We have taken over. Alex is no longer on the show.
This is our podcast.
This is our podcast.
Yes.
Female overhaul.
Basically,
Please take over.
if he comes downstairs, I'm going to block him. Oh, fuck. You can't come down here. It's not your show anymore. I have a Diet Coke. Meara, do you want anything?
Oh, ginger ale. No, they're not in the fridge. They're
She'd
just sitting
actually-
on the, what's it? Island.
She'd really like a root beer float, actually. Can you make one? Has anyone seen that TikTok where that guy is like, oh, like, would you like something to drink? And this one guy's like, oh, I'll have a water. And then the other guy goes like, oh, I'll have a root beer float. And the guy goes, you can't just
Oh, yeah,
ask
I've
people to
seen
make
that.
you a root beer float. And he's
I
like,
saw
what?
that.
He's like, what? He's like, you have to get something normal. He's like, okay, shit, what was the second thing he said? It was something else ridiculous. I'll have a milkshake. And he's like, what? That doesn't... And then he asked for a snow cone. The end. That's the end of the story.
You're TikTok queen.
And he was like, what did you ask for? He was like, a water. I just wanted the root beer float. I don't know.
Root beer float sounds so good.
Doesn't that sound really good?
You know what sounds
Sounds
really
amazing.
good?
Crumble cookies.
My Chinese food.
Your Chinese
Did
food.
you order that?
No.
We got distracted.
Banana
Yeah.
cult leader. Hi, banana cult leader.
We did get distracted. Eel pits do that to a
I
person.
messaged him for you. Well,
Are we just going to listen to this music the whole time? Because, like, I'm not against it.
We're gonna fade it out in a minute 30 seconds.
Oh, damn.
How many? Just snow
Okay,
cone
I'm
low.
gonna go throw this in my sink.
Cameron, we got Cameron in the chat. Hello, Cameron.
Hurry up, Bree.
I'm running!
Run.
hi, Bubba.
I'm running.
She was, in fact, running. It was very fast.
We live.
Are we?
Tune in.
Are we? Is there like things happening like on the Discord or something?
Are we gaming?
I low-key think I might have it muted on accident or on purpose. I don't remember.
I want to bring up the chat. Is it on Twitch?
Yes.
I'm not
But I don't know how.
taking it personally, but on the Discord it
Yeah.
does say featuring special guest Castabelle and Blinded by Silence. What am I?
I know, we're not special
What
guests.
am I? Nothing?
I
I saw
can't.
something like the Mysteriocities crew. I saw that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I created this before I decided to go ahead and invite you in. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm leaving for real. Just kidding.
So we're last choice.
And
He was like, let's add some
How do I find
background
it?
noise. You know Morgan never stops talking. What are you looking for?
oh snap, we're about to start. Oh fuck, I'm not ready.
Wait, what are you looking for?
13.
I'm looking for.
TikTok
5,
10.
4.
We're not on
3,
TikTok.
2.
Are we on?
Oh my
Okay, wait, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready either. Okay, all right, 3, 2, 1.
Are we ready?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the So We Gaming Podcast. I'm Alex, and let's go ahead and get this started.
You're so loud.
I'm not ready. Oh, it's over.
Oh my god. This was like, that minute and a half
I don't
passed by
know.
so fast.
You really gave me so much anxiety with your anxiety right before start
Yeah.
that my heart is racing.
I told him he needs to stop the countdowns because it stresses everybody out.
No, my heart is
No.
a flutter. I feel like I'm having heart palpitations.
It's okay, just take a sip of your Diet Coke.
Oh yeah, that's sure to help.
It's every single time I do that. Like, sometimes it's like sarcastic, and then every other time I'm just all like, like,
It was super.
Are we? Is the music still supposed to be on?
Oh, I just really liked it, so I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna say anything.
it was good music. What Can We Do by Reek, if you guys are wondering what the song is. But anyways, once again, everybody, I can't even talk right now. This thing's throwing me off so hard. But welcome to the So We Gaming Podcast. I'm Alex, and I'm joined by Caitlin, a.k.a. Castabelle, Bree, a.k.a. BlindedbySilence, and Meara and Morgan Roberts of the Mysteriocities Podcast. Welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing?
I feel like I need to have a name that I could have so that I could be like, cool name, aka Morgan.
I'm definitely Mimi.
That's just a nickname. That's not a cool name.
But you have Morgie.
That's just a nickname. That's not a cool name.
It's not cool.
I call her Keebler now.
Like the Keebler elves.
Yeah.
Else?
Yeah, she's got a really niche story that she created that really, she texted me. She was like, can I really call you Keebler or are you
I
going to
think
get
it's
mad?
cute.
I was like,
Doesn't
I
she
don't,
look like a Keebler?
I was like, I don't even remember what prompted you to make that comment, and now it's my nickname, apparently.
I like it.
It's because I have soft ears.
She does have very soft ears, like elves.
Keebler.
Keebler elves.
Yeah.
Keebler.
So
It works.
there we are. It's the nickname.
Keebs. What up,
Keebs.
Keebs?
What up, Keebs?
That's how it be.
It's fine.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so for everyone that's currently listening and currently live right now, wow, this is so weird. I gotta go get used to this really quick. But I'm not sure if anyone has noticed during the mini marketing we did 24 hours before this episode occurred, but we did call the episode Content, as in the feeling, where some may be reading the content or the title as content as in a noun. But in this episode, we're going to discuss a few topics, some primarily aimed for our Twitch streamers joining us today, and some that are aimed towards our podcasting duo that is joining us. But before we dive in, since Morgan has never been on the show before,
It's me. Hey, y'all,
everyone's like, ooh.
I've never been invited ever one time.
Actually, you have. This was it.
Okay.
Anyways, we asked all of our
Not good
guests
enough for season 1.
Thank you.
the same
That's what I'm saying.
3 questions. I texted you. I even gave you an opportunity to prepare. So, the first question is, what is the first video game you've ever played?
Oh God. Okay, so like you did give them to me, but I already got stage fright. So I have a really bad memory. You can ask anybody.
It's true. She
I
does.
don't remember like high school or like middle school or like anything in my life. So I can't. No, but I can tell you that I know that it was one of 2 games and they're very different. One of them is The Sims, because who didn't fuck around with The Sims? Can you curse on this show?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You can
Okay.
fucking cuss.
You can. Who didn't fuck around with The Sims? Me. I love The Sims. And then the other one is definitely a World of Warcraft, because I started playing that in like 6th grade. I don't remember when it came out, but it was. I think it was like. I don't want to say when it came out, but it was definitely new-ish sort of, like compared to now, especially because now it's just trash. Sorry. But when it started, it was fun, and now it's too easy, but whatever. So I think World of Warcraft was it. I think that's my answer, because I fucked around on that all the time. And Cameron and I, my brother, shared the same account, so we couldn't play at the same time. So we'd have to, like, fight each other to see who would, like, play, and then he was much better than me, because I'm not good at, like... armor or like skill trees where you're like, oh, I want to do this skill and that. I am at The Witcher now, but I wasn't then. And so he would be like level 50, like doing raids and shit, and I'd be like level 24, like fucking around.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill boars.
Doing nothing. Yeah, he was much better than me, but that's fine.
That's great. Second
the
question.
answer.
What is your favorite video game of all time?
I'm gonna floor you. Are you ready? It's The Witcher 3. My favorite game ever.
Couldn't have guessed that one.
I have so many hours on that game. I've played through it twice, which I guess probably isn't that much for people who like really, really play games a lot. But for me, playing it through 2 times, I played it on like the normal difficulty, and then I played it on like the step above difficulty, and now I'm doing my 3rd playthrough on Death March because I don't know, I have a death wish or something. So
I guess so.
I just started that one, and I'm like getting killed by wraiths every time I go anywhere, and I'm like, why did I decide this was a good idea? But it is because I love Geralt.
Geralt of Rivia.
I love him.
That's so funny. Yeah, Morgan got me pretty much on the Witcher as well. And the last time I played, what was like 3 weeks ago, she was giving me, her and like multiple people were giving me shit on Twitch team. And they're like, how the fuck do you not have Witcher armor yet? And I'm just like, I don't know.
He was rolling up like level 25 in this shitty ass looted armor, and they make the looted armor so ugly in that game. It's like patchwork and like disgusting, and he's like about to start like the series like Islands of Mist in some patchwork ass fucking stupid shitty ass armor. And I was like, this is horrifying. You need to just do the scavenger hunts. But you did, didn't you?
I did.
You have it now.
I sent you a picture. It does look cool.
I know it looks cool. That's the whole point.
Jesus Christ. Okay. And I'm pretty sure, I feel like we're going to get the same answer. But what are the main games you're playing right now?
Look, The Witcher is like all I play. I downloaded Elden Ring.
Ooh.
I did, but I've only played it one time because it kind of scares me with how much you just do whatever, and I'm like, I don't even know where to go. So I just like strolled out of like a building, and there's a guy who killed you like 75 times when you first started playing. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to try to kill him because Alex did that for 5 hours and then rage deleted the game, so I can't do that.
I refunded the game.
I know.
I rage
Oh my
refunded the
God.
game. I bought it again. It's fine. I repurchased it.
Played
And
it
Open
though?
worlds
I
are
have,
kinda
and I
scary,
skipped the
definitely.
stupid freaking Forest Sentinel or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you gotta run past
the
him.
Tree Sentinel.
Tree Sentinel. Okay, sorry, you don't have to be sassy about it.
It's
Jesus.
say the name right or don't say it at all.
Okay,
Exactly.
well, sorry.
No, I ran past the whatever Sentinel, I don't remember his name, and then I stopped, and I haven't played since
Oh my
because I got
Lord.
overwhelmed.
Okay.
But I'll play it again, and then I like
And it's
Horizon
multiplayer.
Zero Dawn.
Yes.
I was on a kick for that for a while because that's actually really fun. But then
Cameron again.
yeah, Cameron loves that game. He bought it for me and then harassed me to play it, and then harassed me and then harassed me, and he gave up. But then he bought me Elden Ring, and then now it's that. But Horizon Zero Dawn's really fun too.
I find it interesting, the first comment where you say about how it's like there's so much you can do, but like that's the same thing with The Witcher. The Witcher is pretty open world.
It's like open world, but with structure. Like you have the main quest line, you know where you're supposed to go,
That's
and
true.
you have a map that I feel like is super easy to like look at and follow. And I think the Elden Ring map is like not. I like looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's kind of a map. I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
It's pretty old school.
And you don't know where to go or what to do, so I like got to a church and quit. But no, yeah, Witcher it has more structure, like even just a little bit, and I'm fine.
That's great.
But that does not have any.
All right. And my final question, it's the curveball.
What? I didn't know there was a curveball.
I know, sorry. But anyways,
I didn't get a curveball. I'm offended.
we are
Season
you've
one
been on 3
problems.
episodes.
Season 1 problems.
Only because I'm convenient.
No.
Oh, it's only because she's convenient.
Okay, I'm ready to hear
Anyways.
No, I wasn't prepared for a curveball, so now I'm nervous.
That's a point of curveballs.
No shit, Sherlock.
Just saying.
Anyways, during your time in college at Ohio University, and what I assume was a stint to study abroad, you were associated with the Simone Business and Economic Development Center. I'm sorry if I completely butchered that. But
you don't speak Hungarian?
Nope. And you attended as an international business consultant in Pest,
Were
Hungary.
you looking at my resume or something?
What was that experience like traveling through Europe, and what sort of takeaways did you get working in this entrepreneurship center?
Okay, well, we didn't really work that hard. We just kind of pretended to.
That's Ohio University in a nutshell.
No.
Hey, now.
That's summer
I went there
programs in a
too.
nutshell. We vaguely worked, but most of the time I just drank
Almost.
some absinthe and almost got kidnapped in Barcelona, and then drank some nothing and almost got kidnapped in Istanbul. I mean, and then went to Croatia and partied at some beach clubs and and went to fucking Vienna and watched The Fault in Our Stars in the Austrian movie theater because it just came out and we wanted to see
hilarious.
it. So I mean, yeah, that was a good time. I wish I was.
Amsterdam. They went to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, they did go to Amsterdam in that movie. I thought you were talking about me. I was like, no, I did not. That is not what Vienna is.
No, I'm saying they went to Amsterdam.
No, yeah. But that's what I did. Basically nothing. I mean, it was fun, and I put it on a resume, but like it wasn't a lot of learning. It was just kind of vibing, just bopping around on trains.
Around.
Can't complain about that though.
That sounds fun. I want to go to Europe so bad, and my job was teasing me saying we might send you to Slovakia, and I'm all like, okay, cool. I'm like, why? Like, that's where the antivirus ESET that we partner with is from. I'm like, okay, cool, but I don't think I'm going to Europe, which is sad. But they are sending me to San Diego, so I'm
San Diego's fun.
I love San Diego. I want to go to the Gaslamp District and get hammered. But anyways, it's gonna be a good time. But
there's a sandwich place in San Diego called Witch, and you need to go there and get the buffalo chicken sandwich.
I think, I love buffalo chicken. But
Yeah, he's a buffalo chicken fiend.
yeah, I mean, like when we first moved here.
I swear all he ate was fucking B-dubs.
I mean, mainly on Thursdays.
And Chipotle.
I
And
still eat Chipotle.
Popeyes.
Yeah, I had Popeyes today.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with
Surprise.
that. It's good food, okay? Why are you judging me?
I'm not.
I am. I made a chicken sandwich tonight for dinner that was probably better than Popeyes.
Oh, you're freshly. No, not
My
freshly.
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
My HelloFresh chicken sandwich was so good today.
Okay.
I felt like a chef.
Castabelle or Brie, have you guys ever had HelloFresh or Freshly?
I have not.
No, I've not.
Oh.
Well, you could get it and then have a chicken sandwich as good as Popeyes or better. All you have to do is fry it and not burn yourself like I almost did 27 times.
That's so funny.
There's a lot of oil
I have an air
involved.
fryer, so I'll just throw it in there.
Air fryers are good. Good stuff right there.
Okay, I guess that's fine too.
All right, before we proceed to the next segment of the show, I just want to let everyone know about Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is a wonderful podcast hosting company that we at So Gaming and the Mysteriocities Podcast utilize to help bring episodes to you. The process of launching, promoting, and tracking our podcast statistics has been nothing but easy from the start. They also offer a multitude of guides to get your podcast going in the right direction, as well as sponsorship options through partners such as Podcorn to move you in the direction of monetizing your content. So you can join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout, like us, So Gaming Podcast, to get your message out to the world. Be sure to check out our affiliate link at sowegaming.com and get a $20 Amazon gift card after your second paid invoice. Right?
Right.
And who doesn't
Right.
love Amazon?
We still have ours.
We do. We do.
Yeah, we haven't used it yet. Maybe we can get some lights.
Yes!
Hurry! We can get the lights.
Boom!
I'm so glad I didn't steal that gift card and use it for my own personal gain like I consider doing every single time I check the email.
I'm not surprised.
But I didn't, so now I can get floodlights.
Yeah.
Love that. Bree, will you send me the link to the ones that you bought?
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Alrighty, so moving forward, we'll go ahead and start with the live streaming aspect, and we'll kind of go in a little bit of a round robin between myself, I guess, Bree, and Castabelle, and then obviously Mysteriocities. You guys can go ahead and throw in any tidbits or any thoughts you guys might have based on what we say, I guess.
Thanks for your permission. I would have done it anyway.
Oh my god, I forgot what I was signing up for inviting you guys here.
Yeah, I was going to raise my hand and wait for you to call on me.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, so the first question we'll go with is how long have you been live streaming? And for me, I've been live streaming since I want to say late 2015, on and off. How about you, Bree?
I have been on Twitch since November 2017, also on and off. I thought that I took longer breaks than I did, but anytime I would see my statistics on Twitch, it'd be like, hey, you only really took like a few months break in between. So that was weird. I don't remember streaming at all for like a year or two in 2018, 2019, but apparently I did. But I've been on Twitch for a while.
A while.
Castabelle.
And I've been streaming for, I'd say, a couple of years. Like, I used to stream on YouTube, but I'm on Twitch now. YouTube is its own thing. But I say I've been streaming, like, consistently and growing content-wise for, like, about over a year now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, when you're streaming, it's crazy because, and it also I guess it depends on when you started streaming as well, because I feel like there was like these waves, like, you know, when all the popular live streamers, you know, that you see nowadays, they've been streaming since like 2013, 2014, since like the Justin.tv days. And obviously they got a big following. In late 2015, early 2016, I was like literally on the borderline of like on the way to partner, but unfortunately the games that I was like known for streaming, they did not pan out, or they upgrade a lot faster than my computer did. So I feel like I was kind of limited by the technology. I used to have like a 40 viewer average, like playing squad, and then they had an update. My computer couldn't handle it and stream it at the same time, and then it was just plummeted. And then I tried to get back up to like 15 to 20 playing Counter-Strike, and then again just plummeted. It's crazy, and it can be very demoralizing when you're trying to live stream. So. I'm not sure.
I can honestly relate to that. I remember back in the pandemic in 2020, I was using a computer from 2016, but that's when I started trying to really be on like the TikTok grind, sort of say. And I would always try to stream on Twitch, and I was playing Apex during lockdown, but I couldn't stream it because my computer couldn't handle it. So the next year I made it my goal to a nice gaming computer that could stream, and I got that now. So
oh yeah, we love that.
She's in.
I'm notorious for breaking computers, so I also relate to that. I've broken like 4 just from wearing them down for pushing them way too far with just all the things that I'm throwing on my streaming software and the games that I was playing. Like the computer before this one, literally it couldn't even stream. It was like just dying without me having just Google Chrome and OBS, and it was like, please just put me out of my misery. So I relate to that.
It's like playing The Sims on a Mac.
Oh my god.
Like me when I used to do that.
anything on a Mac.
Yeah. But that's all I ever tried, and my Mac would go like, "Mrrr," and I go like, heard. Okay, I'll stop.
You're just like, it's okay, you can keep going.
No, it was never okay. It was never okay.
I'm like, you should probably like, you know, hit the fans with some air duster. Like, it might help.
That would not help a Mac.
Okay, I've known the Mac struggle myself. I mean, it was even worse. Like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, out my age right now, but like before 2010, when like the Call of Duty games came out, they tried to implement a lot of the same games you'd see on PC on Mac, except there was so much like crap you had to do, and Macs were notorious for not really being upgradable. So you'd have to buy like the big ass like G5 Macs or whatever, and then it's like that's the Mac you have for like the next 5 years, and you'd always be trying to play games. They had that one weird mouse that had just like the little scroll wheel dot on the top. That shit sucked too. But I mean, playing on a Mac was not my favorite thing to do by any means.
It can't do it.
You know what a Mac could play though? World of Warcraft.
Oh, and
Maybe not yours.
I'm trying to remember if I played on a Mac. I don't remember. I think I did.
Did you play on your mom's old computer?
I was thinking it was at my dad's. It was at my dad's house.
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember. I think it was a Mac, low-key.
Cameron used to play on her computer.
Yeah, I think it was a Mac, low-key. That's crazy. I don't know how it did that.
Interesting.
It did. It handled it, so I guess. I don't know.
But I'm just getting reminded of so many things. I remember trying to play Wizard 101 on my mom's Windows Vista computer,
Oh
and
my
I
God,
remember
yes.
downloading it. Like it must have been like an XP. I can't remember what it was. And I remember I had to go back to my dad's house, but the game was like stuck on the computer. Like we couldn't close out of it. The computer couldn't do anything, and I just left. So I don't know what ended up happening. They probably just turned the computer off. But
No,
we're talking like 2010.
it's still
It
there
was
to
a
this
while
day.
ago.
It's still there.
It's still there. It's just like
this day.
getting even more done. Next question I have. What sort of pressures did you feel when you first started streaming? We'll go ahead and have Bree start with this one.
To be honest, I didn't really feel any pressures when I first started streaming because I didn't even know what was going on most of the time. When I first started, it was more so just like I was playing games and my friend was like, hey, since you're gaming all day, every day anyway, just go live. So I was the streamer that would not read chat, would not do anything. I was literally just streaming what I was doing. So I wasn't stressed or anything. It was just kind of weird getting used to the software, but that was my experience.
That's interesting. Reading chat's so important. You don't want to ignore
she was
it.
just
I didn't
vibing.
know what was going on.
She was just
That-
vibing.
I mean, like that's how I would like to say I am now. I read my chat, but I mainly like just like getting the opportunity to get like fun clips or capture funny conversations between me and my friends while we're playing games, and turn those into little TikToks or I guess Instagram reels and whatnot nowadays. So I think it's kind of fun.
Now you even have background content with Cameron.
Oh my God.
What? Oh, like Cameron in the background?
Yeah, he says stupid shit all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's been trying more, whereas those two instances were just very random.
Why? What did he say?
Crescent roll.
What?
Oh yeah, I mean that's one thing.
Well,
Like,
you didn't capture that one.
Yeah, I didn't capture that one.
does
Oh
says
yeah,
you
the
gone
first
down.
one, the first time we like kind of like caught on. It was, I mean, me and some of my friends. We were playing in Discord. I can't even remember what game we were playing. We were probably playing Counter-Strike or something. And there was this one point where it got like quiet for like a second, and all of a sudden you hear this dead meme come out, and it says, and Cam says, I am from Nigeria, and we're just like, and you hear my buddy Gaz. He's like, what the fuck?
So he was pulling
That was really
accents.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
That's why he does all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second instant where it was just like out of the blue was, I am also black, and we're just like, what the fuck, man? And it's funny because like I have my like camera facing me, and I'm just all like. It's just the most random thing ever.
That's the face I make at Cameron every day. Because I'm married to him.
Congratulations. That is insane. Castabelle, what sort of pressures did you feel when you first started streaming?
I have to agree with Bree on this one. I kind of didn't feel any pressures when I first started streaming, because when I first started streaming, I was just doing it for fun. Like I wasn't. Like, I feel like I've been live streaming and, like, putting content on the internet since I was a kid. So I feel like I've just been doing this for a while. And when I first started, it was more, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to edit. I'm going to stream. I'm going to just make content. Maybe
Right.
I'll post it afterwards. It wasn't really, I didn't really feel any pressures then. But now streaming, I definitely say I do feel some pressures.
I can agree with both of you guys on that statement. When I first started streaming, it was definitely just all about, having fun. You had the streamers that you looked up to that inspired you for streaming. Like Summit 1G was, I feel like it's cliche to say, but that was literally like one of my inspirations to start streaming, because he was very fun. He's very skilled at gaming. He had great content. And just watching that chat light up, I mean, that was something I wanted like so bad. And I mean, I started playing H1Z1 and literally just I would get a kill and I'd look over my right and see if anyone saw it, and if I didn't, then it's whatever. But if someone that was there and they put in like a pog champ mode, then I'm all like, yeah, I'm so happy you're here for that. It's so good. And it's just like it was just like a nice like feeling to have. But that leads us to the next question. What sort of pressures do you feel now? We can go with Castabelle because you sound like you're about to lead right into that.
I feel like now, it's hard being a small content creator because you're always scared if you take a couple of days, maybe for mental health, maybe you have obligations you need to do. You're worried that those people who come pop in and chat won't be there and they'll forget about you because, you know, you're so small. It feels like you have to really be on the grind to be able to get your name out there and to be remarkable, sort of say, like,
Right.
so people can remember you. I mean, Twitch is such a competitive place, you know, everybody wants to be a streamer, and it's hard some days to find the content. You know, sometimes numbers are just down and for no reason. You don't do anything different, you're doing your same grind, and sometimes the numbers just are super discouraging. And it's a lot of pressure to feel like you need to stay to it consistently. I mean, I personally enjoy streaming. I like coming home and streaming, but I know that there's some days where I just had a long day at work, or I'm just busy and I can't stream, and it's always in the back of my head. I worry, if me not putting out content, what will that do? I'm missing new followers, new impressions. You know, it's really stressful sometimes.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Going from streaming, because, I assume we all wanted that goal to go ahead, just let's blow up and, be able to live stream for a living. I mean, who doesn't want to do that if you're really, passionate about it, And,
exactly.
And it's just, when you're not at that level and you kind of, have that reality check. Like, I've had this reality check so many fucking times where it's just all I'm getting viewership again. Now I want to put more focus on this. And, but then it's just all oh, fuck, my pocketbook's starting to feel a little light, or, I got to put more focus in my work. When I worked at Panera Bread, I didn't give a fuck about Panera Bread too much. So just I'm like, okay, cool. I got my, I counted all the drawers. I'm good to go. I'm going to go home, fucking game, get 3 hours of sleep, and then go back to work or whatever. But, now it's at a point where I'm all maybe I need to focus on my career, which is, what I have been doing. But I've gotten to a point where I feel like I've been trying to find a nice level balance. I focus more on this podcast much more than I have in any sort of level of live stream ever. And I love doing what I'm doing right now. It's great. I love trying to schedule things like this. I love inviting guests last second. And it's really been a journey so far. But yeah, Bree, what about you?
No, I completely agree with both of you. I took a break, a 2-week break from streaming the last 2 weeks, and I personally just really needed it. But still, there was a little part of me in the back of my head that was if you take this break, you know that you are committing to losing a percentage of whether it's viewership, whether it's possible income to go and put towards getting better equipment for my stream, or even just coming across somebody that has never seen your stream before, that I think about that all the time, where I'm could this be the stream where I get some crazy big raid, or I meet someone that could change my life forever, I think about that every single time I cancel. And it kills me, but I also know that I need to take me time, and I need to make sure that I put myself first, and that I'm better for the next time, that I can create better content. I can meet that person, so there's that with canceling. But honestly, the pressures that I feel now, I feel just the way, at least the community that I've fallen into, with Twitch and other social medias like Hover, it feels suffocating sometimes. I have to be posting content continuously or I'm going to fall behind. And I know that that's not the case. I know that Twitch is your own personal timeline. Everybody's going to grow at their own rate, but it's so suffocating to see just the social media presence of everybody that seems to have so much time to get to dedicate to their content and to editing and to Twitch. And I just don't have that. I'm working a full-time job that's very socially and physically exhausting. So I just don't have the energy that everybody else does that I feel like I need to have in order to be successful on this platform, which I know isn't the case. I know that I can make it in my own way at my own time, but it's still just frustrating to see, especially when I do need to take more breaks than other people do. So those are the pressures I face.
I've heard a lot about the app Hover. Like, I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw some other streamers that I'm mutuals with saying how they're quitting Hover because I've heard you have to put like a lot of effort into it, and apparently you don't really see a lot of outcome from it. I personally haven't used Hover, but that's like the 4th time today I've heard somebody talking about Hover like that. So
so pretty much what the app is it's like TikTok, but it's specifically for Twitch and for growth on Twitch. So it's a wonderful idea. It's just
so super competitive.
It's very competitive.
So
I mean, don't get me wrong,
competitive.
it's a lovely idea. And what they do is they host a lot of clip competitions. So you can enter in and like win money. They have this thing called Next Top Streamer where you can win money, and you pretty much like, if you win Next Top Streamer, more times than not, they become partnered within the next few weeks because their content has been showed to so many people.
That's actually insane.
So it's crazy, but
I've
it's
never heard.
now oversaturated that I feel like all these people are just constantly posting, and I can't keep up. So I was like, and then I also saw a TikTok like you're talking about where somebody was like, I was posting and I was showing my content and like I was editing and doing a lot of stuff, and like her content's really good. I've seen other stuff from her. Like I love her content. But she was like, I can't do it. It's just not working for me. And something that works for somebody else may not always work for you. And sometimes that's a harder pill to swallow, but it's just the way that it goes.
Right. I think it's kind of crazy because you guys have, an excellent, I feel like, following on TikTok on both your guys' respective TikToks. But it's so weird to me how that can't translate into, more viewership. You would think something like that would help out, but it's so weird that it doesn't.
TikTok algorithm is crazy, though. The TikTok algorithm is crazy, though. Like,
this is true.
You can post so much and it just doesn't get seen by anybody.
No,
Morgan's like, I know.
I posted so many TikToks and they get 2 views. But they're also nonsense, so.
We should
Not
just
only
clip
that,
that thing about us talking about Hover and then submit it to Hover.
Cut out all the bad things I said. I don't want to get banned.
honestly, we could honestly upload this conversation to TikTok about Hover. Okay, I know, like, this is on the podcast, this could probably wait, but, like, there's so much discussion about Hover on TikTok right now, it would probably blow up, honestly. I think.
You hear that, Alex? It'd probably blow up.
Alex is like, he's like, I knew it.
Got my Grinch face on. I'm like, ooh, let's do this.
Interesting. We'll see what
With
happens.
your white out.
But TikTok is also kind of strange because I've found that even though I've been able to gain a following on TikTok, a lot of it doesn't translate to Twitch, like you said.
Right.
And I think it's because a lot of people on TikTok are either not aware of Twitch or they are already on that. So it's harder for people to find the energy, honestly, even just to click a link. Like, they don't want to leave the app that they're already on when they can just keep scrolling and find other content. So I get it, but it's also frustrating because out of the following that I have on TikTok, probably like 10 people came to my Twitch. And I have like 27K on
Damn,
TikTok.
I didn't know you had that many on TikTok. That's crazy. Only 10? What's that percent?
Like
I'm going to look that up. Let me get my
Small.
calculator.
Small.
It's a very small, yeah.
10 divided by 27,000. That's 0.00037%.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, y'all. Get on Twitch.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking around like that.
Blinded by Silence and Castabelle. WTF, guys? Come on now. What I think is crazy is when you go live on TikTok, like for a split second, you blow up. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's like 80 people there. You gotta be like talking some crazy stuff or doing something wild
Doing scratch
for
offs.
people to stay.
That's real big on TikTok lives.
Oh, or bingo. I always see bingo.
Bingo. A snake.
An
Snake
eel
snake.
pit.
Eel pit. Like, one of the first times I ever went live on TikTok, it was just for shits and giggles. It was back in January, but I was actually like just doing a live reading of Jurassic Park, the novel, and it was like, it was shot up to like 500 viewers. I'm all like,
Damn.
no, there's no way they're gonna hang out for this. I'm just like reading through it, and it's like all like these great parts and stuff like that. Because for the record, for those who have not read the book Jurassic Park, it is so much more scarier than the movie.
More
It is-
scarier. Put that on the review on the back of the book.
It is scary.
So much more scarier
More
than.
scary. God damn it. Anyways, yeah, but it's crazy. It's like after that 500 popped in there, you know, and it hit the peak, like it dropped, and I still had like 20 people listening. So I was like, oh, okay, guys, I'm gonna keep reading.
I'd be like, I'm gonna do it for you guys.
You got it. Just hit the follow button and follow me on Twitch. But
The only
anyways,
time I did a TikTok live that was like semi-successful, I was playing Pokemon Pearl, like the new remastered Pearl, and I was just talking straight out of my ass because I was like, I don't play Pokemon games. I don't know what's going on. It shot up to 1K, and I shit my pants. I was like, I don't know. I guess I'll throw this Pokeball, and it's like, because Pokemon is such a game that you kind of have to play by yourself. Like, you can't really narrate what's going on, and then it just dropped all the way down. I was like, okay.
I would have watched that live. I would have stayed on it the entire time. You're welcome.
are you guys trying to like spread like, you know, the sailor suit lingo, or is that just trying to maintain like a somewhat inside joke between the listeners of the Mysteriocities podcast?
That's some very random. It has nothing to do with Pokemon.
No, but it does have to do with her shitting her pants from
Yeah.
hitting 1,000 viewers.
Oh,
That's true.
I don't know. I don't think it's actually that funny of a joke, to
I
be
think
honest.
it's pretty funny.
We use it all the time now.
Yeah, you guys do.
Well,
But
sometimes she, has dairy.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Look, okay, I'll tell you the story, but it's really not funny, in my opinion. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Robert the doll, like the super haunted doll. He's in Florida in a museum right now, but like he was
Don't tell me that.
he was given
that.
to like this boy, and a lot of creepy stuff happens around him, and his eyes follow people, and like there's a creepy demon voice. I don't even remember. Sorry,
Yeah.
it was your episode, but I forgot all of it
no,
already.
you got it.
But the gist is like his outfit, this creepy doll, is like a little sailor costume. You should look it up. It's super creepy. And it was like the boy's old sailor costume. So we were saying, damn, like Robert the haunted doll is getting hand-me-downs. He's not even getting his own outfit. What if that little boy like pooped his pants and he was just given this like
See
old
anything.
sailor suit costume to wear with shit stains on it, and now if we ever have to
Use the restroom.
urgently use the restroom while we're recording, we just go like sailor suit, and then we run away. And that's it. I just don't think it's that funny. I don't know why.
Alex does.
Alex thinks it's funny. I don't
It's
really.
funny because I'll
We
hear it
use
like
it
the
all
edits.
the time.
How large is this doll if it can fit in a child's costume?
It's like
He's-
human. It's boy size.
like
Look it up.
Pinocchio.
Google it.
They
Google it
say
right
I'm
now.
so good.
Google
'cause
it
it'll
right
probably
now.
Find me. I'm in Florida.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
wanna
in
know
Florida.
where the doll
The
is.
doll is in Connecticut, and I'd say I'd live like fairly close to it in like the Warren family. Like I remember there was like some crazy thing that happened in a town near me, and like the Warren family showed up, and like evidence and like the police were involved because they're from
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
So
That's what
Yeah, I've
Haunting
heard
in
of-
Connecticut's based off of.
This is really weird, like this whole connection right now, because they're diagonal, and then it's like Robert the Doll, Connecticut, Florida,
Right.
Mysteriocities, episode 7, by the way. If you go to
Did you
mysteriocities.buzzsprout.com, you can
remember
check it
that
out.
was episode 7, or did you just look it up?
I looked it up.
I remembered.
I don't remember things like
'Cause it was
that.
my
I said that you
episode.
remembered it, Alex.
I know,
that would have been
right?
so much more.
But I don't
Except for I
know
would have
why.
been sitting here like, why is that a thing that's in your memory?
Alex is a Mysteriocities stan.
I am. See, I just Googled it. Or I didn't even Google it. I just went to the actual website.
Episode 7, I guess.
That's so crazy. Along with live streaming aspect, we did have a lot of things that you typed up here, Bree. A lot. One thing I want to know, because I don't really know what this is, imposter syndrome. You posted that.
Oh, imposter syndrome? You don't know what that is?
No, in terms of I guess in the relationship to live streaming.
Well, I mean, it can be applied in multiple situations, but pretty much what imposter syndrome is you don't feel as though you are worthy. I am not worthy of like the attention and the growth that you're getting. And I've dealt with imposter syndrome because I used to do this little thing called Twitch Sings when it was around. It was like karaoke for Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
And I was growing pretty significantly on there. I was able to hold an average between 30 and 40. And I was like, this is fantastic, but also why the hell are people watching me? So it kind of like holds you back, I guess, where you feel like you shouldn't be deserving of the attention that you're getting. And I know that it was a big topic on Twitch Talk, the TikTok area of Twitch, where people kept talking about imposter syndrome, because once you start seeing that growth, it can be very weird to your mentals, where you're like, oh wow, I don't know what's going on, how did people find me? That's pretty much what it is.
It feels like maybe you need to stick to doing that one certain thing because it's showing growth even if you're not enjoying it, it's yeah.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take on that. You also throw in here knowing which avenues to trust in terms of research for equipment and ways to better your content.
Yeah, first of all, I put a whole brain dump there.
I know.
So
there's a lot of
be,
great information.
The same, or but I put that down there because I don't know. I've met some very sneaky people in just content creation in general, and some people are unfortunately working with ill intent. So they'll lead you down the wrong path in terms of like relationships or like what equipment you should be looking for, which I know sounds terrible, but I've known of people that have trusted someone being like, hey, I need some advice on audio equipment. Like, I want to better my audio. And then they spent so much money trying to get this equipment that this person recommended just for it to like backfire. And it's just...
That'd be a big yikes. I would be so pissed.
Yeah, and I know that there are a lot of people, especially on YouTube, that will just make like clickbait sort of content to try and bait people into like, oh, get this because I'm sponsored with this person, when in reality it's not actually that good equipment. It's just benefiting that person. So just making sure that you're finding credible sources and that you're doing a lot of research before you go and spend your hard-earned money on equipment.
People be in it for themselves sometimes, like that one time that a podcast followed our podcast Instagram and then followed our personal Instagrams and then posted on all of our posts like, oh my gosh, so excited for you guys to start. And then when we followed them back, they unfollowed us. I was like, are you just going around a podcast and following them and commenting and then getting those follows and then just mass unfollowing everybody? I was like, this hurts. And I didn't even notice. And Meara was like, did you notice that podcast that was like all up in our business just unfollowed us? And I was like, no. And then I was like, I'm going to check my personal Instagram because they followed me on that too. And then they unfollowed me on that too. And I was like, you guys just hurt me in my heart right now.
All the time.
I was like, y'all shady for that. That was shady. I hope you're happy and you got a couple more followers from that. But I know Meara unfollowed them so quick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was like, fuck you guys.
I also deleted their comment on the post so that nobody could even see their Instagram. I was like, no, this is not for you.
It's like, fuck you. You're not getting anything out of me.
People are sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
They really are.
Yeah, that was one of the bullets I wrote. I wrote networking and content creation, knowing when to cut off toxic relations, and then an indent, people who only network for personal growth and follow for follow situations.
Yeah.
So
Could I,
exactly what it is.
like, talk about one of her topics real quick? Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
So the trying to not compare yourself to others / letting numbers define your value, I feel like that could resonate with any content creator, even like you guys with the podcasts, Like,
Right.
you see other people taking off and stuff like that. And specifically for me on TikTok, it's really difficult to not let that kind of stuff get to me because I have some pretty popular mutuals, and people will know that we're like friends, and then they'll come into my stream and ask about them. I'm gonna just start spilling the tea about my mutuals or something like that. You know what I mean?
WTF.
And
They probably are hoping you will.
The numbers game. The numbers game, like when you're streaming on Twitch, if you constantly look at that view counter when you post a TikTok, sometimes you can just tell right off the bat if a TikTok is going to do well or not. And I remember one time, one of my TikToks like blew up. I have it pinned, and it was like about gaming, and a bunch of like big gaming like accounts, like organizations, they would DM me and ask to repost my video, and they'd tag me. So I let this one account, I was like, sure, I want the exposure. I was like under 10K at the time on TikTok. And I was like, sure, do it. And so they post it. And this was back in February of 2021. And a couple months later, they reposted my TikTok, right? Mine only got like 300,000 views. Like when it got reposted to the other big accounts, it also got like around there. Their video had over 2 million views.
Are you serious?
And you just you have to imagine how I'm feeling that someone else took my content and re-uploaded it. And let me tell you, I got in contact with them. I was like, you need to take this down now. I am not okay with this because I wasn't getting anything from it. It was so much later that they reposted my content like that. And I was like, oh, hell no. No way you guys are getting millions of views off of me, because all of their other posts had like 10,000 views.
That
and mine was just
same thing happened to me.
It's like, and then a large account on Instagram with like millions of followers like approached me, and then they never got back to me. And it's just a lot of like dead ends and like weird connections you make with people through TikTok, I feel like, because you either blow up on TikTok and you get a bunch of traction, and it's, I don't know, just got to be on that grind, I guess.
Gotcha.
That exact same thing happened to me, but instead of them asking before posting it, they reposted it saying, "Hey, I hope it's okay that I reposted your video." And I'm looking and I'm like, at first, like, yeah, that's cool, like, give me the exposure. But then it happened again. They reposted like a second one of my videos doing it again. And I was like, okay, this is a little frustrating because it's like you're stealing it before even asking, and it's already gotten a few 100,000 views. So if I say no, then you're like.
And it's because you think of yourself as a small creator, and you see in a literal organization, because that's what these accounts are. They're ran by like some bigger account, and then they have like sub accounts. Like it's kind of like how that's on Instagram. Like they tag one account and then they'll tag the other one. Anyways, it's just, you know that they don't need that compared to the person actually making the content. They just are able to repost it, and since they have a following of people who are following them to see content like that, they'll be like, ha, that's a great video, comment, like, and share it. And the original poster just doesn't get any traction to their account, and it sucks.
That does sound terrible, and hopefully you guys don't really get to see that much happen to you again.
Well, like, TikTok didn't used to have reposting, did it? I feel like
when
it started, it
like
didn't.
They basically steal the video.
No, like,
yeah, they would download it.
Okay, because I know now you can like repost, but I don't even know if that's helpful if you're reposting. I
don't like that feature at all.
I don't
honestly,
really,
because I see random people's reposts, like it'll just be some random username, like no mutual connections or anything. I'm like, why is this person's repost showing up on my feed? This isn't funny. I don't care.
Is the repost like still show
honestly.
the credit of the original
that's
TikTok,
what I'm
though?
saying. Like I can't think about it now because I haven't watched TikTok all day.
I know exactly how it works. It's you literally like where you would like go to comment or share, it says repost, and you literally just click repost, and
You can
if
add a
someone
comment.
follows you,
I think. Too.
yeah, if someone follows you, they'll see your repost, and it'll say that, for instance, Caitlin reposted this, and then it'll show up on their feed because they follow them. So
Okay,
Kind of like
so
a retweet sort of situation.
I still don't like it that much.
I'm still waiting until, Mysteriocities posts their first TikTok, honestly.
Look,
Calling us out, man.
I know I said
I'm mainly calling her out.
I know I said I was gonna do it like a month ago, but like I just haven't felt like it. I have to like think about it, and I don't feel like thinking a lot of the time. I don't want to. I'll do it. I'll do it at some point. Maybe.
Well, we're going to go ahead and transition from the live streaming aspect now to the podcast aspect. Ooh. Now, I know Castabelle has participated, I think, in a couple podcasts. Bree has her own podcast, Silent Thoughts, which, again, I still love that name of that podcast. It's so great. And then we have Mysteriocities.
So many podcast moments right now.
Love a good podcast.
I saw that you posted on your podcast again from that time. You were like, maybe I'll restart that. And then you did. And I said, she posted on it.
I did, and then I haven't since.
That's
but I
fine.
did.
It still counts. It still counts.
Still waiting on this episode. I've been bugging
It'll be
her.
on
I'm all like,
Saturday.
let's go.
She was taking a break.
Yes, I know.
It was break time.
Anyways, first question. What sort of expectations did you have going into the podcast, and how do you feel about it now? Whoever wants to go first.
I didn't really have any expectations. I just feel like we liked similar things, so we were like, this is pretty cool, let's do this. I remember it was after my bridal shower.
Was it? I don't even
And
remember.
you played Morbid, and we were listening to about the children.
The black-eyed children.
Black-eyed children. And
Creepy
I was
as
like,
fuck. Creepy as fuck.
I was like, just kind of joking at first, like, we should totally do this. Like, let's make a podcast. And then she was kind of, are you serious? And I was like, hey, why not? And then we just kind of ran with it.
Yeah, I feel like it was more kind of like, just because we were like, well, we talk about these things to each other,
Yeah.
so why don't we just record
Right. I love to
and
shoot
see
the
what
shit.
happens. But
Now I get to do that all the time.
you have a better memory than me because, like I said, I have a trash memory and I don't even remember that happening. Well, I do now, but
We
I
had a
didn't.
bonfire.
I remember now.
Yeah.
I was like, let's tell creepy stories, but I didn't feel like telling them. So then I put Morbid on, and then Cameron was pissed because they were bantering too much.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's ruining the vibes of how creepy black-eyed children are. I'm gonna find a YouTube video instead. And I was like, shut up. We're listening to the banter.
But then, like, that's us. Like, we love a good banter moment.
Yeah.
I love a good banter. I
So.
never stop talking.
Yeah. Same.
Ever.
The beginning of the Yet Love Pass was hilarious when you guys were talking about your little Wendy's adventure.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That was so weird for no reason.
We were dying.
That was so weird for no reason.
Yeah.
He was like, there are zombies at McDonald's. I was like,
They
thanks,
just-
Wendy drive-through guy.
Eating the filet of fish.
I was like, I'm just trying to get my strawberry frosty. Why are you talking to me about zombies at McDonald's? I'm so confused.
It was odd.
And then the frosties weren't even good.
Yeah.
Sag.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about,
Strawberry Frosties?
yeah, it's the summer thing. They replaced vanilla with strawberry because why not? I guess, and they're not.
Strawberry is so good.
I know, but they aren't that good.
Yeah, I
Maybe
was
ours just
expecting a
weren't
lot
good.
better. They were kind of soupy when we got them, though.
Yeah, but we literally
Everyone's reacting.
But we literally
Gotta
ate
drink
them
it.
like 2 seconds after we got them. They shouldn't have been that soupy.
Right, yeah.
They gave us soupies, frosties. on
Mine
purpose.
always gives me a straw and a spoon, so they already know handing it to me. They're like, yeah, no, it's melted, but enjoy.
You're like, I don't know which one of these you'll be using, but
They didn't
have
even
both.
The
give us
McDonald's on the
spoons.
street, the ice cream machine's broken, so here you go. This is what you get.
Yeah.
Your only option.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want because at least their machine's never broken. They've got that going for themselves. It's true.
Bree, aka Blinded by Silence.
AKA
Um,
Silent
Question
Thoughts.
for you.
Silent thoughts. The expectations that I had with the podcast, I don't know. I tried not to set any expectations for myself. It was more so just trying to experiment with a different avenue of content. Because before I started doing what I do now, on most of my live streams, I open with a just chatting segment, which kind of fills where I would normally be doing a podcast, because I started my podcast as like a live thing that I'm recording on my stream. And I found that while I was doing that, my turnover towards the actual podcast episode wasn't as good because people already saw it when I was live. So instead, I'm turning it into like, I'm recording things that I don't really feel comfortable talking about while I'm live, and I can actually get my thought across without being distracted by chat flowing every 2 seconds.
Right.
But that's not the question. I'm distracted. What sort of expectations I had? I didn't really have any. I didn't have any expectations because I just wanted to try something new and to see if I would like it or not. And clearly, I liked it so much where I only posted 2 episodes and then took a 1.5 year break.
You were just dipping your feet in. You were giving it a try.
Exactly. It was just something to experiment with. So,
I think it's crazy though, because like you recorded those 2 episodes, and then then you released a couple more, and it was just very consistent. It was like you didn't even skip a beat. That's what I loved about it. That was really good.
Yeah, because I just want to keep it like personal and raw and a new way to just connect with like my community when I'm not scatterbrained. Because I don't know why. Whenever I hit go live, my brain goes blank. I forget how to function as a human. And it's so funny because anytime I talk to my mod, like on just a Discord call to catch up and like fix things with stream, whatever, I'm a civilized human being and I can speak and you can tell I'm educated, but the second I hit go live, I turn into a kindergartner and I don't know how to act. So that's why like I take my time and I can edit the podcast and be like, this is what I want to say. Here you go. So
here you go.
Here you go.
Let's see. I guess for me, I mean, the thought of starting a podcast, I mean, that's been going on for a couple of years, and we finally pulled the trigger on that with Dito DiBiase, who is currently not part of the show as of right now. There's some ongoing things with that as of right now that we will not get into. But either way, I didn't really have any expectations either. I know a lot of people that start with podcasts. I mean, it's pretty much just that. You're just, you're recording your thoughts. You're doing research, depending on what your podcast is about. And I mean, your show might even like evolve or transform into something else. And I kind of like where it is. Like for Soa Gaming, I love where it is right now. I love where it's just kind of like more of an interview format, and we're able to go ahead and just talk and like Meara likes to do, shoot the shit.
Yeah, so, that's me.
I think it's fun. I also painstakingly work to try to go ahead and make a creative aspect about it as well. Like this, we're doing this live, for example. I had tried so hard to go ahead and figure out different audio solutions because I'm currently listening to you guys from my phone right now.
Wait, is that the solution that you figured out?
So I didn't
even notice that.
Yeah, and it's been crazy, but I like it, and I love recording here in the pod dungeon. It's great. I haven't listened to a Mysteriocities recording live in a while. I feel really bad about that, but I know the last time I was just absolutely passed the fuck out.
He was snoring on the couch. It was actually really funny.
Yeah.
Is he sleeping?
Stop.
That was funny too.
That's true. He loves to snore. And
I don't love to snore. I hate the fact that I snore. I wish I can sleep all peacefully, and just be, quiet. But no.
Well, you can't. You just snore places.
Yeah, I should probably check for that, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, sleep apnea.
What the fuck ever.
It's probably fine.
For the next question, do you guys ever feel like you're not getting enough outreach in terms of your marketing and, maybe what you might be trying to do to go ahead and spread the word, whether it's, word of mouth or social media posts? Like, do you guys ever feel like you're not getting enough outreach?
I feel like we try to do some, but I feel you can always do more. Like, for instance, the fact that I haven't posted a fucking TikTok. Like, as we said earlier, sometimes you get, 2 views, and sometimes you get 100,000, and there's really no way of knowing what you're going to get, but you're not going to get any if you don't make them. So I always am thinking, like, I should really make a TikTok. What if it's something really funny for some fucking reason and it gets 100,000 views and we get even 10 people to listen from that? And so I feel like I know we should be doing more on, because you don't go viral on any other app other than TikTok, really. Like, you don't do it on Instagram, like Facebook. You can really, like, get to more people on TikTok, even if it's random as fuck. Like, but we haven't done it yet. I'm going to. I promise. I promise. I will.
Well, I can't say anything because I'm not a social media person.
You're Mysteriocities Facebook ambassador.
She's a Facebook gal because I hate Facebook.
Because I'm an old woman, it's fine.
I really, really hate Facebook, and I don't really know even how to work it anymore. So I'm just like, good job, Meara. You post that post.
Yeah.
I'll like it.
I feel like TikTok also kind of limits you on links and things like that too, because I mean, you can't really just like in the title or the comment of your video, you can't just put www or like mysteriocities.buzzsprout.com or anything like that in there, or you can't put like twitch.tv/blindedbysilence. You gotta put like some caption at the end of the video saying go to the link in my bio, and then
so you gotta trust people to actually do that, which like I think Bree said earlier, like trusting people to like even click a button and leave the app, like
right.
Not always gonna happen. There's just people are just like, nah, I'm just gonna stay on TikTok.
The conversion rate for like those clicks have just got to be so low, and it kind of, when you do something like that, and even if it does blow up, like sure you blow up on TikTok, or you made some Twitter that got 5,000 retweets, but like how much did it really do for you? And that's one of kind of the shitty things to think about. But I mean that's one of those things I feel like you got to like find a way to take advantage of that somehow. What about you, Bree? Do you ever feel like you're not getting enough outreach?
Well, before I answer that question, going back to what you're talking about with like clicking links and stuff like that, it's also interesting because I use Beacons. So Beacons shows you like the analytics of everything, like how many people actually click what link and where everything's being drawn to. And I found that I will have a lot of people, the people that do click my link and check out everything, they'll check out like most of my links, but won't follow me on anything. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, weird. And I even have a link to like have people send me emails, especially like if somebody wants to reach out, because I know that there are a lot of brands on TikTok where I have gotten some very interesting emails from brands on TikTok. But
I think you talked about that on your podcast.
I got some very interesting ones. I even got one from OnlyFans. I was like, hey, do you want to make it big? And I was like,
That's funny.
So, but it's interesting to see that people like actually click my link and then they won't do anything afterwards.
I heard a lot about like Linktree and Beacons. I heard that if you for example, if you want someone to go follow your Twitch, a lot of the time if you have like a Beacons or like a Linktree, I've seen people say that like they just get overwhelmed essentially by all the links there, and then they won't go, and that it's probably better just to have the more direct route to the thing you want to see success with the most. Because I know sometimes I post TikToks and I'm not live. I don't go live on the weekends, and sometimes I gain like 1 or 2 followers, so I'm not sure because I just have my straight up Twitch in my bio.
I
have for my Twitter bio my Twitch link, and then for everything else I just have Beacons because I'm on like everything. So I was like, I would like to at least have this somewhere, and since TikTok was my most successful of all my social medias, I put it there. But I have also seen videos of people blatantly saying, if you have Beacons or Linktree in your bio as your link, I will not click it just out of spite. Like, I will not click it. I don't care if everything is listed there and it just takes me 1 extra click to take me to your Twitch. Like, I will not do it. And that was so frustrating to hear because I was like, I wonder how many people think like that.
I feel like a lot of people do, and that's why I'm apprehensive to make a Linktree or a Beacons, just because if they want to know more about me and my social medias, they're there. They just need to look for them, and if they care that much, then they'll find them.
We have a Linktree.
We do have a Linktree.
Yeah, we're all gonna switch our links.
Second guessing it now.
I mean, I've definitely seen some very overwhelming link trees where I've clicked it and I've been like, oh my god, there's like 15 links here.
Crazy. Like, I completely understand being overwhelmed, but at the same token, it's like, I have so many things that I would love people to see. Like, maybe some people aren't into Twitch and they want to check out my YouTube, so it's like, do I post my YouTube there? Do I do my Twitch? Like, what is the most important link to put? So I guess, Twitch is the best one because everything is linked on my Twitch as well. But
I love a link tree. I'm gonna go look at your link tree later just for fun. I'm just gonna stare at it.
I love scrolling through beacons.
It gives you everything.
There's so many cool, like, colors that you could do. I don't know. I like seeing people be creative with that. But that's just me. I know everybody has their own opinion on that.
And I like it being lazy. Like, I don't want to have to search for people's everything. I want to click a link tree or a beacon or whatever.
It's there.
Yeah, it's all there. And there you go. So I think that's weird that people are like, I won't click it out of spite. I'm like, because you don't like convenience? I'm confused.
Organization.
You don't like organization and convenience? Okay, you're really cool for that. I don't know. I love a link tree. I'm going to stay in them forever. We're not getting rid of ours, Meara. I'm sorry. We're keeping it.
Could you imagine one day if, you guys blew up and it's just all like, when you guys blow up.
Yeah, that's right.
And, then you like click on the link tree and it's just like, get 10% off your crumble.
Oh my God. Crumble, hello.
I think that should be like a personal
us.
goal for your guys' podcast.
Crumble,
and
hello.
then your Twitch stream, Bree. It's just get crumble sponsorship.
Every time
I'm a Crumble ambassador. I've never had them, but
every time you watch a stream, you get one free cookie and a cookie cutter.
Crumble, my emails and my beacons. Email me.
But you gotta look at the beacon, though. Sorry.
Yeah, so if you're not into that, my bad. But
Sorry,
Alex,
Crumble.
I'm so sorry. I'll finally answer your question. Do I ever feel like I'm not getting enough of an outreach? Yes and no. So I'm going to say yes in terms of like my Twitch streaming and all my other content. But when it comes to my podcast, I'm so ecstatic, even just to see that one person has listened to my podcast episode, because it's literally me just talking out of my ass. And I don't know. Maybe it's imposter syndrome. Maybe it's just my terrible self-esteem. But whenever I see just one person listen to it, it makes my heart so happy. And I just use like RSS.com as like my RSS feed. Mm-hmm. And it shows you like on the world map.
I love the map.
That's so fun.
Yeah, where they're listening to you. And every time I refresh it and one dot gets a little bit darker red, it makes me so happy.
Oh,
I love it. They're listening again. So I saw the ones in Ohio. I'm like, I love you guys. Thank you so much. It made me really happy to see that dot getting red.
I love a map so much. I love a map so much.
One in Russia.
We have a Russian listener, we do.
Yeah.
We
I
have
have
one.
a Belgian listener.
Belgium, I love that. I just love it. Oh, I love a map. I want to look at the map right now. I'll hold back. I haven't
We have
checked
some
it.
Canadian listeners here. Oh, well, now we definitely have a Canadian listener. I know fucking Nano Skygan's in the chat right now, and he's from Canada. He's north of Nova Scotia.
I love Canadians.
I love Canada.
Love you,
too,
Canada.
dude.
On my way.
Maple syrup.
Moose. Meese. Why did I almost say meese?
Crescent moon.
I almost said meese.
Crescent roll.
Mooses.
Roll.
Meese? Moose?
I literally almost said meese. Well, geese and goose, okay? Like, let's talk about it. Talk about how that doesn't make any sense. It's meese.
That's hilarious.
It's canon.
In terms of outreach for Soy Gaming, I mean, I try to do TikToks. Some of you guys have seen the TikTok videos.
You have a good TikTok game. I feel like you're always TikToking.
Thank you. It's but it's like trying to just throw that little, tag at the end, because you guys know the damn music. I feel like that's probably kind of in your head. Like as soon as you see a TikTok, here comes Alex's video, and then like it gets to the end, it's like ding.
Yeah.
Like it's so cheerful, but then it just spins
so
to like
cheerful.
at Soy Gamer, at Mysteriocities, or at whatever, blah 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 blah.
And how many people are going to find it? Probably no one, because they're lazy.
Yeah, and there's no link on it, so I can't like
Yeah.
even make like a clickable link on the video. So it's just like hopefully it's
like,
just you hope.
hopefully.
Please. Maybe I should just like do that at the end, like surprise, like right after the video. It's like ding ding ding. It's like, okay, you're still listening to this one, right? Okay, please actually go to the fucking link, please.
I know it's hard to leave TikTok, but just go really quickly. You'll fucking live,
I want you
please.
to just listen to the first 5 seconds of the podcast.
Maybe more like a minute.
More like a minute.
5 seconds might be a little.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, I'm trying, and honestly, I just like making little videos. The little videos are just fun. It's just more of a little hobby for me right now. Whether it's
I have 100 drafts.
I have 600.
Holy
over
shit.
there.
Damn, okay.
I don't know what's wrong with
None
my
of them are
TikTok.
gonna be posted, but
Yeah.
I just like having them.
They're there if I need them. I don't know what's wrong with my TikTok, but every few months it just resets. It acts like it's the first time I ever downloaded TikTok. And it always
mine
gives me a
does that
little
too.
many heart attack because all my drafts get deleted for an
Yeah.
hour. And I'm
Ooh.
like,
Ooh.
where did they go? So,
I would be very bummed. I don't have.
It's because we don't have phone storage. That's why it does that.
oh, really? That makes
Yeah,
so
that's why
much
it does that.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I don't have
It
drafts
does that to me all the time.
per se, but I use a video editing app called VN, and you can have projects on there, and it's such a powerful little app. But I'm so bummed because they updated it and now they're monetizing it. So I have 52 more projects left I can do on it, and then it's now you gotta pay $69.99 for the year.
You know what a great editing app for specifically TikTok is? Canva. I love Canva.
I never heard
If
of
you
that
don't
one.
use Canva, it's so easy to use. If I were to ever get a Canva sponsorship, that's what I edit all of my TikTok video game clips from, my Valorant clips. You can put your game and then you can crop your face and put it on the same video, on the same layer sort of thing. But they make it super simple, because if I were to go do that in Sony Vegas, I know it would be an entire thing, because I can, but it's just so simplistic, you know?
You hear
I use
that?
Canva for all my
Sponsor.
graphics. So anytime
you
I'm
can do
promoting
a
something,
lot with
I
Canva.
use Canva.
You hear that, Canva?
Yeah, we love you here, Canva.
We love you, Canva.
Now in the beacons, Canva.
That's interesting. So, last question I have, I don't even have it written on here, but in terms of the, I guess you can say, work ethic for the podcasts that everyone is on, how much work do you put into it, and do you feel like that takes a lot of time out of your day?
Can I start even though I don't have a podcast?
Yes,
Do it.
absolutely.
Do it.
Because personally, I don't have a podcast, but I always think about making one because I like commentary. I used to make commentary styled videos. I feel like I'd be really good at it. And with the whole work ethic, how much you put into a podcast, personally, just in my normal life, if I feel like I'm not working enough, I'm feeling like I'm not doing enough and I need to be doing more. So I feel like I work best under stress, and when I need to get shit done, I feel like I like a packed schedule personally. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like that. So I love being on the grind. So personally, I feel like if I were to be a podcast, or if I were a podcast, no, if I were to make a podcast or help produce something, I feel like I'd put a lot of effort into it, honestly. But that's just how I am, I guess.
That's fair. I feel like that too sometimes. Every time I'm oh, we're doing a podcast and I have a book talk and I just made a Twitch even though I haven't streamed one time. And I'm what if I just did all of these things and I never had any free time ever? Wouldn't that be so much fun? But I do feel like it sounds like fun. Just having something to do all the time. But
Being
yeah.
on the grind.
Yeah, exactly. But as far as time commitment, I think obviously for us it depends on this week is Miara's episode, so she's been researching, so I haven't done shit all week. It's been fun. I've just been oh, how's that research going? Cool. And we also do opposites, so if it's her episode she researched, then I edit it, and vice versa, so that kind of equalizes the work a little bit. But she's a much faster editor than me.
I'm not that
No, I feel
fast.
like you're
It
so
takes-
fast.
I've seen you edit.
No, like it takes me like 6 hours, and I feel like it takes you
I
like
work
3.
really hard.
I mean, it might take her 3, but like, I mean, she zooms right through.
No, yeah, I mean like in a good way. Like I'm so slow, so when I'm
I
editing,
used to be,
it
but,
takes like 6 hours.
When we started the podcast, like Morgan was in charge of the social media, and I was in charge of editing because Alex taught me how to do it. So, but now I taught you because of our live episode, and
Right.
I think we have a much better system, and I think we're more productive that way.
I like it better that it's like switched like that, so it's like no one is like doing all the work. Because honestly, social media, especially because I'm probably not doing enough, doesn't take that much effort to like do the Instagram post and find pictures or like tweet about it.
Also, I liked your point the other day, like the way we edit it, like we're always more harsh on ourselves. So, like, when it's my episode and I'm editing it, I'm like, oh, I should cut that out. That sounds stupid. But you might think it's a good thing. So then it's like biased, but not biased.
I have never had to edit my own episode, and I just know if I did, I'd be like, what if I cut the whole episode? What if we actually didn't have an episode? What if I actually deleted the entire thing? Whereas if you're editing it, you're just being normal critical, and I'm being like, actually, this entire episode's trash. We're going to throw it in the trash can.
It's like reshoot.
Yeah, like, hey, Meara, we're actually going to have to re-record this episode. Sorry.
No, Morgan, it's 2 a.m. Please.
You're like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to come over right now. I don't know. So, yeah, I feel like now it's more balanced, like, work-wise. I mean, I still put in probably, like, 4 to 5 hours of research for my episodes. Like I try to do like an hour a day leading up to the episode, and then editing it is about the same for me. So
it's hard for me to say because I do it while I'm at work in my downtime. So
Yes.
I like to do that. I joke and say it's because it makes me feel like I'm getting paid to do it.
but it does.
But,
I'm a professional podcaster.
but
That's fair.
But yeah. So a lot of work does go into it.
No, yeah,
And
definitely.
we also feel like we have to keep on our schedule. Like whenever we haven't,
I get
felt
so
really
stressed.
bad, and yeah.
Because I've read some podcasting articles, and the number one tip that it says is like stick to a schedule. People like it when they can expect
Consistency.
your episode on this day, and I'm like, oh my god, if we don't have one on this day,
Right.
what if somebody's waiting for it and then they don't get to have it, and then
Right.
now they're mad. We've done that like 2 times, and I've hated it both times.
Same.
Which is the same thing with like canceling streams.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Yeah.
always like, oh god.
Yeah. We can really relate a lot there.
I mean, I would like to say that I put a lot of time and energy into my podcast, but if you listen to my latest episode, I literally did research while I was recording. So it really just depends. I guess I crave chaos, but
I love chaos.
I like to fly on the seat of my pants.
I love chaos. I Google things mid podcast all the time.
That's why there's
Yeah,
an
it's
eel pit.
Great. And you'll get
The chaos.
Okay.
Sorry, it was a Witcher reference.
Oh, okay. Because chaos and the magic and the
Yeah.
eel pit. Okay, that was
My joke did not land.
That joke didn't land. Nobody caught on to that one. You tried. It's fine.
It's fine.
So I just got a message on Discord from Nezuko, aka Cameron, aka Miara's husband,
And Morgan's brother.
and it's he said, "Fun story. I'm talking to Daddy Spartan, which is I believe is Australian.
He's
friend.
New Zealand.
New Zealand,
Yeah.
sorry. So it was New Zealand friend, and he told me that he left his friend's stream open and fell asleep. When he woke up, it had raided out to Castabelle.
Aww.
Such a small world.
And did he
That's
click
funny.
follow? Bitch, did you hit
interesting.
follow? Cameron.
Who rated me then?
I don't know. That's just what he told me, and I'm all like, that's crazy.
I don't know what that means, rated, but like,
Super
Cameron, did you
So
click
on
follow?
Twitch, like what we're gonna do at the end of this podcast recording, Miss Castabelle here is going to go live because she's gonna go ahead and get her gaming on, and we're gonna go ahead and send all the viewers that are currently listening to this live stream recording and send all the
Straight
viewers
to
out over
her.
to her.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a
And then you're all
nifty little
gonna
function.
click follow.
Yeah, they better hit follow.
Oh,
Especially all you Arctic
fake.
Ace esports nerds out there. I mean, come on, that's our team member.
Follow or you're fake.
Like the last thing I guess I can talk about is the networking kind of aspect of it, and that's something that you've also put on here. You notated cutting off toxic relations, but networking in general is so important, and it's crazy because I've actually posted Zoe Gaming's podcast links on LinkedIn and actually got hits from it, and I'm all like, WTF? And then I got a message on LinkedIn, and it was the Vice President of Human Resources, Angie Miller, for Micro Center, and I'm all like, I'm like, what is this about? And then she's all like, hey, you should tell everyone about your podcast. I was all like, maybe I will. and every morning, we have a 10-minute like morning meeting before the shift starts, and I just remember one time
You work at Micro Center?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Sorry, I didn't know that. That's really cool. I've always wanted to go to one of those stores.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you should tell them about your experience.
Well.
No, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Look, no, I'm sure that it is very great place for people who know things about computers, but as far as their like aesthetics go, negative 10 out of 10. Like their like store aesthetics are not
You
it.
gotta keep the prices cheap somehow.
I know.
Right.
That's what they're using because it's
It's
just
like-
not cute in there. It's just really like.
Do you like the late 90s? Well, you're going into it when you go into the Micro Centers.
You're gonna feel like you never left the 90s.
I wish they would remodel ours because they remodeled like Tustin's, and it has.
I remember you saying
I hope
that.
I don't get yelled at work by it, but it has like a semi like I guess Best Buy layout. It just feels more open. And that's what I like about Best Buy's layout is because they might not have like a whole abundance of stock and things like that, but it's very wide. It's a huge building, so there's like plenty of lanes, except for the one at Tuttle. That one's fucking
I'm just
dog
saying,
shit.
I could hang out in Best Buy all day. I'll go hang out in
love
Best Buy.
Best Buy.
I'll go vibe in every section, look at their refrigerators. I don't need a refrigerator, whatever. I'll still go in there. Like, but,
With the washing machines and the vacuums. 'Cause I'm like, I
Yes.
don't want to leave.
I know, I'm like, this washing machine's nice, but like, I don't do that at Micro Center. It's just, it doesn't have like the hangout vibes. Sorry, Micro Center.
I asked him.
I know.
Hi, Tilly. We got a cat.
Yeah, our litter box is down here, and I think one of the cats
No.
has to go.
Oh, she just crept in there all cute. It was cute.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I
Bree,
forget what
Bree,
you were
did you
saying.
have any like? Okay, so you've had a few episodes released, but like, I mean, do you kind of just plan out what you're going to talk about like beforehand, or like how much thought goes into that before before the silent
I
thoughts?
have the Note app on my phone where as I'm falling asleep, that's normally when I just think of podcast episodes for some reason. I'm like trying to, I've been wanting to lucid dream so bad. So I try to put myself in like some sort of situation where I'm like, fuck, this would be an awesome dream. And as I'm falling asleep, it's like, you should talk about being friends with only people online. And I'm like, so I open my phone, I write down that thing, and then I put my phone aside. And I'm like, okay, there's a topic. Now I can sleep. And then my brain's like, well, here's some mini topics you could talk about too. And I'm like, all right. So I just so I write down like all of my ideas. And then as far as research goes, if it's something that I really need to look up, I'll look it up beforehand. But I mainly just like practice in my car or in my mirror before I hit record and say everything like perfectly how I want to say it. And then I hit record and it doesn't come out as good. That's pretty much like the only preparation that I do. I don't want it to be something that's super strict because I feel like I would withhold a lot of just things that would come naturally to me. So I just kind of let my brain go.
And she's flying
I
by
can
the
always
seat of her
edit it.
pants. She's
Exactly,
a
I
pants
can
seat
always-
flyer. It's chaos.
I am. I have my license.
I love it. It's good. If you didn't, that would be illegal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We don't illegally fly by the seat of our pants over here.
No. That is a hazard to everybody around you.
Not even dangerously on the edge.
No. Absolutely not. License only.
License to fly.
License to fly.
I mean, when we started Zoe Gaming, we wanted to make it like, we had topics we wanted to talk about, but I mean, for me, at least, I feel like when it comes to gaming, it's not like Mysteriocities, there's so many stories you guys can talk about. There's so many things you can research, but gaming, I mean, I remember, struggling to kind of brainstorm, like, what are we going to talk about today? Like, I'm like trying to host like meetings, like, all right, what are the topics we can talk about? I mean, F1's starting, let's have a racing stream, or let's talk about horror games and things like that. And then I'd like try to do research on, like the history of a horror genre for gaming or things like along those natures. And it's just, I didn't like doing that. I guess that was not my thing personally. And if I am going to do research, I want to make it very minimal. I want it to be like easy things. Like the most research I've done so far, like since we kind of changed this format, was on Nanoskaigen, and it's mainly because he told me that he used to write poetry, and he's like, if you can find that, then that's going to be a winner. And I'm all like, I'm trying to Google my ass. I'm trying to find the damn like poetry he had, and then I found someone named I can't remember his first name, Joshua Quinn, and I'm all like, oh, he's from Canada. He does poetry back in 2012, and then I was like, is this you? And he's like, no. I'm like, fuck.
Man, I should have told you about my fan fiction account. You could have tried to find it and read my Harry Potter fan fiction.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Yeah, that's still live.
Can we put that link in the description?
Absolutely not.
It's on the link tree.
You will not find that in the link tree. It will hide forever.
Yeah, I mean, I remember my goal for the podcast was, because I didn't know how far I was going to dive into it, and I didn't want it to turn into like a second job. So, but as of right now, the way we have it going, I love the way it's going right now, and it's great. More recently, we had and thanks to the episode we had with Castabelle, Nanoskaigen listened to that podcast and watched that, loved the content from it, and reached out, and we ended up, I ended up signing up with Arctic AC Sports as one of their content creators, and now we have like a whole huge list of people I can bring on the show, and it's so great. And now I can interview these people and get to learn about them, and Stowy Gaming. It's not just about gaming. I mean, while we like to keep it around gaming culture, I mean, shit, we talk about so much damn stuff. I mean, I feel like
eel pits,
exactly,
crumble
eel
cookies.
Pits. Exactly.
That's all I got. I forgot the rest.
There's just a whole multitude of things. I mean, me and Meara, like 3 episodes was just straight fucking random banter. Like,
well, that's what I'm good at, shooting the shit.
Yeah, we were talking about like sad boys are in Columbus and getting hammered. Like, it was just random topics, and it's fun. It's just fun to talk about, and it's fun to record these moments. I think it's great. It's like taking a picture and then looking back at it, 10 years from now.
If the world is still here in 10 years.
This is true. Okay. Dark, that was a little dark, but okay.
Sorry, I think about that a lot.
I'm like looking at like some of the notes I took. Like, there's a couple brands, like, but we have like Crumble and Hover and Canva. I'll sponsor everybody on this podcast, please. Sponsor Mysteriocities and sponsor BlindedbySilence and Castabelle.
Yeah, we've been talking about.
Let me get that Canva clip. Let me get that Canva clip.
Honestly. Before we roll out, I just want to go ahead and talk about an energy company called Dubby. Dubby Energy was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash. Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including the patented Neurofactor. It contains no calories, sugar, maltodextrin, fillers, or artificial colors. And I personally ordered the Dragonade flavor. It's this one right here. And it's actually really delicious and helps me keep my focus when I'm playing competitive games such as CSGO or League of Legends. But yeah, if you wish to try out Dubby Energy and support the Stowy Gaming podcast, be sure to use our code StowyGaming during checkout at www.dubby.gg. And that's all I have to say. Castabelle, BlindedbySilence, Meara and Morgan, thank you guys so much for joining the show. I thought this was fun because, look, we have all these cameras around, and we're in the pod dungeon, and then you guys are in your own pod dungeon pretty much, and except yours are more colorful.
Yeah,
and
next
cool.
time you see our pod dungeon, it will also be as cool as your guys's.
Yeah,
I sent you the floodlights.
Just
Check
you
the
wait.
DMs.
Just you wait. I'm gonna buy them.
with our
so
gift
funny.
card
With
from
our-
Buzzsprout.
That'll definitely do a small impact of the price, probably. That's okay.
That is so funny. So we can do, before we wrap up, we can go and do some final shout-outs. Bree, what do you got to say? Any shout-outs you want to do for yourself or whoever?
I thought it was the question. It's not the question time yet. You guys can find me at twitch.tv/blindedbysilence. If you want this cool hat that Alex is rocking, you can go ahead and check out blindedbysilence.com. Check out my merch. But yeah, just look up Blinded by Silence on honestly any sort of social media platform. You could probably find me. I exist somewhere.
Castabelle.
Ayo, I loved being on my second episode of the So We Gaming podcast. It's been great. You can find me twitch.tv/Castabelle. Castabelle on TikTok and Instagram, not Twitter, because somebody has my username. I'm gonna get that username one day. I'm gonna get that username. I'm gonna get the underscore.
Oh my god, I hate underscore, honestly. Like, it's the worst.
We should find them. Want me to DM them? I'll be like, hello, are you using this Twitter? I need you to delete it immediately.
I haven't tweeted since 2012.
That's always what it is. It's always people who haven't tweeted in a decade and a half. Like, delete your Twitter. You're
Morgan's
selfish.
gonna be like brainstorming like all these like cool
I'm gonna
names
hack
she wants to
it.
think of, and she's gonna check on Twitter, and then she's like, "Oh, it's available," and then she's gonna go on Instagram's like, "Fuck!" I'm like, "No, I can't get this one."
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
People be crazy.
All right, Morgan Meara.
Oh God, I'm the social media person, aren't I? Okay. You can find us on anywhere you can listen to podcasts. Mysteriocities. I'm not going to spell it. It's mysterious and curiosities. Blend it together. You'll get it right. I believe in you. On Twitter, on TikTok, where we have 0 TikToks. On Instagram, where we have hella content. Facebook, where I don't know how to use it anymore, but it's there if you need it. And we have a link tree. Hate us for it or don't hate us for it. Click the link anyways. It's helpful. I promise. And episodes come out every Monday. And sometimes we have bonus episodes on Thursday if we're feeling feisty or if we accidentally have 22 pages of research and we didn't mean to.
Like today, part 2 of Diet Love Pass.
Yes, Diet Love Pass part 2 came out today, so you could listen to that if you want to hear about mysterious deaths of hikers in the Siberian wilderness in 1959. You know you want to. Some of them were missing eyeballs. That's it. That's all I have to say.
It's fucking crazy. Yes, and you don't know what kind of animal can pick out an eyeball.
Tell me what kind of animal can pick out an eyeball without there being proof that they were there. Nobody. That's why it was a person.
It was a Yeti with a crab fork.
Okay.
A bioengineered Yeti.
It goes, bloop, yum.
Bioengineered a Yeti.
Yeah. I kept cracking up when I kept hearing that. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? This bioengineered.
One of
Yeti.
these days, we're going to have merch, and we're going to have a t-shirt with a Yeti with a baseball bat. I'm just saying.
It was actually Vecna.
Oh
my God, it was Vecna.
I haven't watched it yet.
How dare you have not watched it yet? I caught up. I watched Stranger Things in 1 week. I hadn't watched any of it, and I watched it all in 1 week.
Tell Cameron.
Cameron is useless with TV. You can't wait for him.
You didn't wait for him on Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, you gave up on him.
Cameron, I know you're in the chat. Yeah, I see the eyeballs.
It's your fault.
You gotta watch Stranger Things. It's so good.
You gotta catch up now.
I want to rewatch it low-key before. Like, I just watched it all, and I might start over and watch it again before July 1st.
Me too, that I'm going to.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I'm going to do.
Good. So. I support you.
But yeah, guys, once again, thank you for joining the show. Does anyone else have anything they want to say?
No.
Thank you for having us, Alex.
Yes, I guess.
It's been fun.
Thank you.
It was fun.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So I know I'm not, but I know Castabelle is gaming.
Wait, hold on. Where is she? Oh, fuck. That's the microphone.
Yeah.
She's over. She's over.
She's down here.
She's over here.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
I'll look this way because on stream I'm looking the opposite way. Okay.
She's right there. Right. Nope.
That's so funny.
There she is.
All right, guys, everybody,
moving.
once again,
Okay,
thank you for
please.
hanging out. Thank you, chat, for everybody that's been interacting in chat, even though I'm fairly certain we've been ignoring you guys. I'm so sorry.
I can't read it. I'm sorry. I can't see it.
Yeah,
But
it's sad.
once again, thank you for joining the So We Gaming Podcast, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Bye. And we are.
Mysteriocities. Da-da-da-da-da, shabba-ba-doo-ba-boo.